The night one of WrestleMania 42 has ended. A lot of people are saying that it was underwhelming. Now, personally, I did not have any high expectations from this. So, overall, I just watched it as a casual fan. Like, I didn't give a fuck about who wins or who loses. I was just watching it like it's fucking nothing. It's just WrestleMania. So, it was just that, and I didn't really care too much about anything. I don't think so, because there are no storylines which were culminating in this WrestleMania, and night 2 is most likely to be the same as well. So let's just start reviewing this show match by match or segment by segment. The first match was Vision and Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. 6 people were involved in this match. The two most athletic people in this match were Speed and Logan Paul, the two YouTubers. This is not how it should be happening, man. Like, these are YouTubers, right? They have gained an audience, so they do have something going for them, but they should not be more athletic than any wrestler. You can argue that they can have more of a presence in the ring just because they were able to capture so many people to watch them and get to this point, right? So I don't expect them to be like just complete nobodies in front of these wrestlers, right? But still, we had Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso. I don't even know. I thought Jey Uso changed his theme song, but he was using the same theme song. The match was pretty short, which I do like. I don't think every match needs to be fucking 15 minutes long or something. This match was roughly 6 to 7 minutes, which is good, I think. Speed does have lots of charisma, and eventually the story here is that Speed had no idea what he's doing, so he ended up costing the match to the Vision, and Austin Theory was the one who got pinned because, of course, you will get the fucking wrestling guy to take the pin. The guy who's potentially gonna be one of your future prospects, he can take the pin, alright? Like, that's fine, but not Logan Paul or Speed. That's not gonna happen. So that happens, man. Everyone's angry at fucking Speed. I mean, the Vision is. Logan Paul, after the match, gets very angry at Speed. He starts beating him, and LA Knight and the Usos decide to save Speed. I don't know why. Like, a few days ago, Speed was getting attacked by LA Knight in a live stream, and now for some reason LA Knight's out here trying to save Speed. Speed eventually does a splash from the top rope to the announcer's desk on Logan Paul, which is supposed to be the viral movement, I'm sure. So they got that out of these guys, and that was the end of it. Overall, it's fine, man. It's like the opening match. It's not too bad for an opening match, I think, but this is because like they have celebrities in this match, right? So that's kind of why it kind of feels like a WrestleMania match in a way. Otherwise, if not for the YouTubers, I think this would have been like just a complete job fest. Then we have Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. This is an unsanctioned match, so it goes on for quite some time, and a lot of weapons get introduced. Eventually, Jacob Fatu does a moonsault to Drew McIntyre. I think it was on a table or something, can't remember now. That happens and he pins Drew McIntyre after that, and I could tell that he's gonna pin Drew McIntyre after this moonsault. The reason is this, and I don't know how many people have realized this while watching, but a lot of times when the guy's getting pinned, they try to like zoom out the camera. When the camera is getting zoomed out while there is a pinfall going on, you know that this person is not gonna kick out now. That's exactly what happened in this match. You knew McIntyre's not kicking out. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. Back in 2020, 2021, McIntyre kind of felt like a big deal. He felt like a guy who's on the same level as at least Randy Orton. From that to here, losing to Jacob Fatu, I don't know why the fuck they destroyed one of their own potential stars by doing this fucking bullshit and making Jacob Fatu win. He's never gonna be on the same level as Randy Orton. McIntyre, at one point, I would argue, was at the same level, so they fucked up. Fatu wins, no one gives a fuck. Next we have the fatal 4-way tag team match for the women's tag team championships. As it turns out, Nikki Bella is injured and she cannot compete, so the person who will replace Nikki Bella for this match is Paige. Paige is back. She gets a minor pop. People are talking like she got a fucking pop of a lifetime. I don't think that happened. I don't think many people even remember who Paige was, to be honest. That's what I felt. Paige comes back. She looks like a more important figure than literally everybody else in the match, including the Bellas. I think that's kind of a good thing, and for some reason, I don't know, she kind of had a look that was very similar to when she first debuted in the roster. She kind of looked very similar to that because eventually she got some work done on her face and she looked a bit different. She looked similar to what she initially looked like. And I kind of enjoyed watching that, man, because I was very young when she debuted and I remember that, So it was nice to see her personally. And of course, she did the rampage on, I think, Alexa Bliss and pinned her. So she's the fucking tag team champion now with Brie Bella. After that, we have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. They fight for the women's intercontinental title. These matches are also not very long, which I do like. I don't think every match needs to be long, so it's good that we are getting fucking things wrapped up, you know? Like, I don't think every match needs to be 25 minutes long. It just doesn't make any sense. So this match was like 8 minutes long, roughly. Becky Lynch pins AJ Lee after 2 manhandle slams, and that's just the end of it. I think one finisher should have been enough. I don't think every fucking person out there needs to go around kicking out to finishes all the time. But anyway, Becky Lynch wins, and we don't know when we will see AJ Lee again now. Next we have Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker interferes in this match, and I did say that I do not want to see Braun Breaker come back during this match, but it's fine. He came back, it is what it is. Like, I didn't care too much. So Gunther wins, he puts on a sleeper on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins passes out. So it kind of protects Seth Rollins in a way, and Gunther wins as well. The problem with Gunther is that you can just not have him in any major storylines, right? The only fucking cop-out that they have from this is the career killer bullshit. That's gonna get old. It has already gotten old, quite frankly. And if not for that, you just can't put this guy in any storylines because his entire gimmick is, I just want to be the best. Alright, so if he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. That is the end of it. So that's what we have here. He beats Seth Rollins, and the narration was that he didn't realize that Braun Breaker interfered, but it doesn't matter because he did interfere. So otherwise, I think it was kind of being depicted like Seth Rollins will eventually win this match, but the interference happened. Gunther wins, and that's just a match, man. Like, it's just a fucking match. It didn't have any bearing on anything. Braun Breaker came back. We already knew Braun Breaker and fucking Seth Rollins, they don't get along, so nothing was actually established. This did not have any bearing on anything. It was just a match because you can't leave Gunther and Seth Rollins out to WrestleMania. So here we have a match. After that, we have Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. Liv Morgan had a very unique entrance with a different theme song as well. So I don't know if that theme song is going to be permanent going forward or not. But that theme song was fucking horrible. Anyway, they have a match. The Judgment Day comes in. They interfere a bunch of times. Eventually, Liv Morgan hits the Oblivion on Stephanie Vaquer and wins the title. That's it. So look, Liv Morgan is a better champion than Stephanie Vaquer because she actually tries to fucking show some personality, right? Her entire personality is not, oh, well, I've worked very hard to come here. She's doing a little more than that, which is good. I don't think she's doing like some outstanding work or anything. It's okay, but she's trying. So I would rather have that than Stephanie Vaquer. I don't think Stephanie Vaquer is going to have another world title at any point in her career. I think this is Tiffany Stratton Part 2. Like, next year, she's gonna be on SmackDown before WrestleMania, and that's just the end of it. This is the same fucking story, in my opinion. So surprisingly, nobody turned on anyone in Judgment Day this time. But I think eventually there will be more fucking turns and betrayals in this faction, and no one's gonna give a fuck. Last, we have Randy Orton with Pat McAfee versus Cody Rhodes. Pat McAfee, standing in front of Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, looks like a complete jabron. Like, it's not even funny, man. This is unbelievable. This guy looks like a fucking idiot standing in front of these two guys who are very well built, right? So Cody Rhodes gets a long entrance. He walks down the ramp and halfway through while wearing some mask. I don't know what the point of that is, but anyway, he does that. They have a long match, as you can probably imagine. The match does not make any sense. There is a spot in the match where Cody Rhodes kind of snatches Randy Orton's eye, right? And he's standing in front of Randy Orton when he does that. So Randy Orton's eye gets snatched and he goes back a little and collides with the referee. And then he just RKOs the referee. And the idea here is that Randy Orton didn't realize that the guy behind him was not Cody Rhodes. Even though Cody Rhodes a second ago was standing in front of him and scratched his eye. But because he was blinded for a second, he thought that the guy behind him is Cody Rhodes. Doesn't make any fucking sense. So some very, very bad spots. And of course, because the referee is now knocked down, fucking Pat McAfee comes out wearing a referee shirt. So Pat McAfee got taken out before the match started, right? So they were having a fair one-on-one match. I think Jelly Roll also fucking showed up at one point. I don't know why, but he did. And got his ass handed to him. Eventually, Pat McAfee comes out and he does a really, really slow count. The stipulation here is that Pat McAfee will be forced to leave professional wrestling if Orton loses. So he's counting while Orton's pinning Cody Rhodes, and he's doing like a really slow count. I think it's supposed to be depicted like a normal count. He's just doing it slowly. Even in kayfabe, right? Like, he should be fucking doing the count really fast because Why would he not? His career is on the line and he's friends with Orton and he has people in TKO who allowed him to be a referee. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, you know? Like, why is he not doing that? He should take that risk, I think. Anyway, that doesn't happen. Eventually, Randy Orton fucking RKO's Pat McAfee. There is no explanation to why he does that. So Pat McAfee rolls out of the ring. Cody Rhodes does a crossroads to Randy Orton. Just one. No three crossroads. Just the one. And he pins Randy Orton. So that's the end of the match. Cody Rhodes was getting booed throughout this match. Like, he's supposed to be the main babyface, and it's the same thing as John Cena. It's the same thing as Roman Reigns. It's happening again now with Cody Rhodes. I don't know why they can't just fucking go past the all good babyface gimmick, right? Like, you can have a main guy, but he doesn't have to be all good. That's just not working. It stopped working 2 decades ago, man. Like, just stop doing this. So this was the fucking show, man. This was night 1. Cody Rhodes ended up defeating Randy Orton. I did say earlier that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton should have been the main event of night 2, but based on how the match was, it's better if this is night 1, man. This was not a good match. I don't have high expectations from CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, even though there is a stipulation that if Roman Reigns loses, he will leave WWE. So that makes me think that he will not lose. I highly doubt it, but you never know, man. You never fucking know. So that's what we are looking at, man. This was night 1. Overall, I think this was like a solid 5 on 10. And that's actually a lot more than what I thought I'll give this fucking WrestleMania, man. This night was underwhelming, but because I was already prepared for the underwhelming, this was a little overwhelming for me. But that doesn't mean this was good. This was mediocre. It felt like a mid-card fest to me, you know? Like, a bunch of mid-carders had a bunch of matches, and that's just the end of it.